Good morning, everybody. I'm back with the daily devotion, and if I'm here, it means it's Saturday, which means it's a great day. So, hope you're having a good Saturday. Hope you've had a good week. Hope you guys have enjoyed the devotions from everybody this week, recapping and calling out things that stuck out to us from TJ's message on Sunday morning, which was awesome. There's a lot of good stuff in that message, as you can tell from the devotions earlier this week. But we're going to have a just a short, simple devotion today. I want to just look at a couple of verses and one quote from the message on Sunday. But if you'll remember, the message was about Moses as a baby and how Jochebed, his mother, had to make a faith decision and put Moses in God's hands to provide for him and to give safety for him. And what an amazing story that is that Pastor preached on Sunday. So there is a couple of things that stick out to me about this, about the message as I share my screen here. But if you think about the amount of trust that um, it took for Jochebed to be able to put the life of her son in the hands of God. And so to think about that is really quite mind blowing. I know that I couldn't do it. I would imagine most parents, if you're out there listening and you think about, would I be able to take my child as a baby and just send it off down the river and say, well, God, I'm counting on you to take care of him? I don't. It would be hard. That would be a hard thing to do. So to think about the amount of trust that Jochebed had was quite amazing. And so that's what we want to talk about today. You can see I've just called this trust in the Lord. And so I want to look at a couple of scriptures. The first scripture I want to look at today is Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Very familiar couple of verses. It says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. Now think about the path that Moses was being put on and the path that he would end up going down. From what a difference from the time he was a baby who had no control over himself or what was going on, put in that basket and floating down the river, to the time that he would go on to deliver, as Pastor said, 2 million people out of bondage, out of slavery in his lifetime, and how God was using him in such an amazing way. That's quite the path that God directed, right? And God can direct your path as well. You know, you don't know what tomorrow holds. You don't know what your future holds. And sometimes that can be a little bit scary, but I do want you to know that you can have a reassurance and know without a doubt that God is in control and that God is directing your path. But there's a couple of things that this scripture tells us that we have to do in order to assure that. The first word is trust. So you have to trust God with everything in you, just like Jochebed trusted God with her son, with everything that she had. She believed that God was going to provide and give provision for her son. And so, and then it says also here, you can't lean on your own understanding, right? And that's a hard one for us as humans. It's our nature to want to do things on our own. It's our nature to want to be able to figure things out without the help of anybody else. And so that's just not the way things are designed. We are designed in God's image to live for Him, to trust in Him, and to make faith decisions, as Pastor preached on Sunday. And so it's important that we trust in the Lord with everything we have and allow Him to direct our paths. When we put our trust in Him and we go all in, He will direct our path, even the unknown future, right? That can be so scary at times. And look at this scripture here. Before I read it, you know, there's lots of amazing people that we have in our lives that we feel like we can trust and we can put our faith in, and who are always going to be there to have our backs. But look what this scripture says here, Psalm 118:8. It says, it is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. Right. And I know you're thinking, oh, no, I can trust my family. I've got my best friends are always going to be there for me. And yeah, they may. But it says here, the Bible tells us it's better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. If you think about Jochebed and the situation she was in, there was no other man or person that she could have trusted to take care of that baby, because the king was out to kill them all, right? And you couldn't trust anybody. And so she put her trust in the Lord. And, if you've not listened to that message, I'd love you to go back and listen to it so you can see how that story ended up for Moses. Um, but it's better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. So I urge you to do that today. Put your trust in the Lord. Make a faith decision today that you're going to give your life to Him. I think about a trust fall. Y'all ever done that? Where you basically just fall back and expect somebody to catch you. No matter no matter who you are, who that is standing back there, the tendency that you have is to want to catch yourself, right? It's hard to put your trust in people, and I would much rather put my trust in the Creator of the universe than a couple of people who could very well let me slip and fall, right? And so put your trust in God today. And this was a quote. I don't know who this quote was. I don't know if it was TJ. I don't know if he pulled it from somewhere else. So I'm not going to say who said it. But this really stuck out to me from the message. It says, "Never be afraid to trust an unknown future to a known God." Man, that's good. We don't know what the future holds. It's very unknown. The next minute, we don't know what's going to happen. But guys, I can tell you, we can trust in a known God. He's the creator of all things. He created you and He created me, and He created us with a specific purpose. But we've got to put our trust in Him every day, that He will direct our path, as the scripture says, and that we can put our faith and our trust in the plan that He has for us. He'll see us through no matter what. He's always going to be there for us. He'll never leave us. He'll never forsake us. So I hope you guys get a little something out of that. Be encouraged today. Make a faith decision. Put your trust in God. He loves you. I love you too, and I hope you have a good rest of the day. I hope you'll join Mount Olive in person or online tomorrow. Service will start at 11. So hope you have a great rest of your Saturday, and we'll see you soon.